Hello everyone. I welcome class 12 students in this session. Here I want to discuss in this chapter molecular basis of inheritance, central dogma of molecular biology and packaging of DNA helix. Now what is central dogma? Francis Crick, he proposed this central dogma rule and he states that the genetic information flows from DNA to mRNA and then from mRNA to protein formation. The DNA to the formation of mRNA is during the transcription process, and from mRNA to form protein is the translation process. But this unidirectional pathway is not always unidirectional. Sometimes in some viruses, the process is reversed. That is, the mRNA with the help of the enzyme reverse transcriptase by the process called reverse transcription, they forms the RNA. This is called central dogma rule. Next is how the packaging of the DNA helix occurs in the nucleus. As we all know that the distance between the two base pair is 0.34 nanometer. The length of the double helix in the mammalian cell comes to the 2.2 meter. So, the packaging of DNA in prokaryotes is simple because the nucleus is not well defined. The DNA present in the region called nucleoid and the negatively charged DNA is coiled with some positively charged non-histone basic proteins. So DNA in the nucleoid is organized in a loop-like fashion. But in eukaryotes, the DNA packaging is complicated. Roger Korenberg in 1974, he reported that the chromosome is made up of DNA and histone proteins. Later, Beadle and Totham, they reported that chromatin fibers look like beads on the string, whereas the beads are the repeated units of proteins. The proteins which are associated with the DNA in the nucleus is of two types, that is the basic proteins, histones, and acidic non-histone proteins. They are called acidic non-histone chromosomal protein, NHC. The negatively charged DNA molecules, they are wrapped around the positively charged histone proteins to form the structure called nucleosome. The nucleosome core is made up of 4 types of histone proteins and they are called histone octamer. They are H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. They all occurs in pairs. That is why they are called histone octamer. 200 base pairs of DNA helix wrap around the nucleosome by 1 3/4 turns and they are plugged by H1 histone proteins. Repeating units of nucleosomes, they forms the chromatin in the nucleus and the thread-like structure which is packed in the form of solenoid structure of 30 nanometer diameter, and further these supercoiling they forms the chromatin fiber in the nucleus. These chromatin fiber they further coil and condenses at the time of cell division, and in the metaphase stage these forms into a small thread-like structure chromosome, and packaging of chromatin at higher level they require NHC proteins. So there are two types of chromatin, euchromatin and heterochromatin. Euchromatin, the region of chromatin which are loosely packed and they are stained lightly with the Fluigen stain specific for DNA. The euchromatin they contains active genes and they are transcriptionally active. They do not contain repetitive DNA sequences. Second type is heterochromatin, the region of chromatin which are densely packed and during the cell division they are stained darkly with the Fluigen stain, and these heterochromatin are transcriptionally inactive and they are enriched with highly repetitive, tandemly arranged DNA sequences. So, thank you for this session.